superhero syndrome, dreams are whatever we want them to be, allies. Welcome to the show! I know this episode is a little late. I apologize. It's the nature of the business. It happens. Shenmue 1 and 2 on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Hopefully Switch later on. We're talking about why this is important, why this is a feel-good moment. It's good vibes. Let's just go. So the first one's an obvious one, but it's my personal favorite one. Everyone can now catch up before Shenmue 3! Because Shenmue 3 is coming too! It's just so awesome. It feels good. People always talk to me about Shenmue and not being able to play it, or they lost their disc, or their neighbor stole their disc, or their dog ate their disc. They want to play Shenmue. They don't have a Dreamcast, they don't have an Xbox, who knows? We all get to play it now. And I think that is so awesome because, there are franchises. I think of Yakuza, which is often compared to Shenmue. It's kind of a cousin to Shenmue, if you will. Some of the same developers there. It's Sega. I think of Yakuza and I get asked a lot, can I just dive into Yakuza 1 or Yakuza 6? Do I need to play the other ones? And of course I say you should play the other ones, but I totally understand that a 7-game mainline series is a lot to digest. It's a lot to get through. But with Shenmue 3, I really feel like playing 1 and 2 is essential. It's a requirement. You cannot skip 1 and 2 before diving into 3 because I don't even look at it like it's Shenmue 1, 2, and 3. I just look at it like it's all Shenmue. It's one big journey. And Yu Suzuki has talked about it being chapters anyway. Shenmue 1 is chapter 1, and then 2, I think, was 3 through 6. I always forget that. Let me know in the comments. But, this is just the easiest way for everyone to go through the originals before 3. It's the best. Next up, I want to talk about open worlds. If you watch my show, we just talked about open worlds a couple weeks or months back. I know when we brought up Zelda Breath of the Wild, we're talking about the kind of where open worlds are going and comparing them to Horizon Zero Dawn and Witcher 3. But Shenmue was the first world other than Earth that I lived in. This world has so much life. This came out in 1999, and the biggest gaming company in the world, Rockstar Games, is flaunting in Red Dead Redemption 2 that characters live their lives and follow a schedule. Shenmue was doing that in 1999. They would close up shop and go home and come back to work in the morning, or places closed on the weekends. Just these crazy things, people actually living their lives in this world. And it's just great in terms of history, it's just great to see the evolution of the open world. If you've played Shenmue a million times or 0 times, it's fascinating to kind of examine this open world and see what it was built on and see where it would go years later down the line. This next one's a fun one. Perspective, perception. You've replayed your favorite games. You've replayed games that you've asked yourself why you're replaying this game. But when you replay a game, you see it from a different perspective. And that's what's awesome about Shenmue coming out, because the world is going to be talking about Shenmue 1 and 2 all together, all at once when those remasters come out. You're going to see it on Twitter, forums, what have you. People are going to be praising it, loving it, hating it, criticizing it, being confused by it, talking about sailors, I'm sure. We're going to see 15 billion sailor memes when that gets re-released. But it's perspective, and as we get older, we value different things, we change different things, and we look at things differently. So it's going to be really fun for Shenmue to rise and for the world to give it a second look. And last but not least, what I love more than all else, not Resident Evil, not Naruto, not Batman, not Persona 5, not a lot of things. It's coming together and getting something done. We asked for it. We asked for it, allies. We asked for Shenmue 1 and 2 to be saved, and Sega listened. They answered the call. They said, you know, from their Mount Sega, they're looking down at us all, and we're just like, please, we just want to replay Shenmue 1 and 2. That's all we want to do. We want everyone to be able to play it. And they said, sure, we got you. So they saved us, and what's better than that? We asked, they listened, they saved. So that's it for the episode. Dreams come true if you just believe and hope and hype together. That's what it's all about. That's why E3 is the greatest thing of all time, and it's coming really soon, but not yet. But not yet. I am at Michael B. Huber. You can follow me there on Twitter. We are Easy Allies. If you like what you saw, you can help us out on Twitch or Patreon. E3 is coming, and it's going to be a 50 trillion billion out of 10 because of your support, allies, with that incredible fundraising drive. It is going to be high budget. We're going to film it in IMAX. You're going to be able to go to an IMAX and watch E3 Easy Allies coverage in the... I wish. That's the next one. But we're one step removed from the IMAX. See you next time.
Time for the syndrome.
Speaking of remasters, speaking of revisiting old games, Red Dead Redemption on Xbox One looks ridiculously good, and I don't even have an Xbox One X. Apparently there's a 4K patch for that one. I don't even want to know how good it looks because I'll just be sad. But I'm enjoying my 1080p Xbox One version of Red Dead. You should too, because we got about 5.5 months before Red Dead Redemption 2. You can get all the little juicy, nuanced lore of John Marston.